Good morning, everyone. We want to welcome you here to our second meeting of the On Farm Activity Support Group. First of all, I want to thank our host, Dave King, and the beautiful facilities here. I think just to do a walk around the facility and look at the beautiful views, it's beats the day of Richmond anyway. So thank you for your hospitality, and certainly if you get a chance to thank Dave to do out in the morning here, I hope that you will. I want to welcome all of you here this morning to this. For those of you that were not at the last meeting in Richmond, basically the folks that are around these tables are the actual members, and our goal here is to facilitate some discussions and try to make some recommendations to the House Ag and Senate Committee for the 2014 session. This is not really a policy group. We have no authority to change law, but our goal is to have some discussion and facilitate discussions of things that can be helpful. This legislative session that's coming up. The first meeting we had in Richmond, I thought was very, very beneficial. We had good participation. We have an agenda that we're going to go throughout the course of the next 3 hours. Our goal is to wrap up about 1 o'clock. We'll try to save the last 30 minutes for public comment. And so we'll gauge the amount of time per speaker depending on how many people we have that intend to speak with that. But just want to say that our goal today is to kind of take a look at some proposals that other states have done, or we're going to hear from Rockingham County and Albemarle County and some of the work that they're doing, and even kind of take a look at the On-Farm Wineries Act and some of the components of that, and kind of have some discussions to see if there are parts from the Wineries Act that could be applicable to other parts of agriculture. So our goal really is just to facilitate some discussion between the work group members as we kind of work our way towards our final meeting in September to hopefully kind of bring any recommendations together that may go forward to the General Assembly. So with that, I want to thank all of you for coming, for your interest. Obviously, there's been a great amount of interest in this topic, and we're excited to facilitate that discussion and see what good ideas may come forward. I'm Matt Moore, the Commissioner of the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, and I'll turn it over to my co-chair, Travis Hill, and he'll make some remarks as well.
Travis Hill, Deputy Secretary of Agriculture and Forestry, and thank you all for coming out. This meeting is much more well attended than our first meeting, and I think that is a good sign that folks are interested in the issue, and that is a good thing. I think that, as Matt said, we're coming together as a result of the issues that were raised as a result of House Bill 1430 that was introduced last session. But it's broader than HB 1430. I think there are issues throughout the state impacting activities on the farm and how farmers can engage in activities that can supplement their income. And what we're interested in this work group is figuring out how to best promote those activities, how to balance the local interests of protecting health, safety, and welfare with the farmers' interest of engaging in lawful activities on their farm. And I think we did have a good discussion last meeting, and folks around this table brought forth a lot of ideas that we're going to continue to try to explore today. The two proposals that are in the packets aren't endorsements from anyone in particular. They're not anything that the McDonnell administration is backing. They're simply two things that were discussed briefly at the first meeting that we brought forward for further discussion today. I'm planning on hearing a lot of back and forth on those. Something else that group members asked for was input from other state agencies that overlap on these issues. And with us today are representatives from the Virginia Department of Health, Alan Knapp, and some colleagues that he's brought with him, as well as Robert Hoffrichter from the Virginia Department of Transportation. So they'll be here, so if group members, you all have questions impacting those agencies, they've been very nice to send representatives to answer those questions. So we have brought water for folks. We do not have food, so we won't expire of thirst, but we won't have anything to eat. Thank you again to David for having us out to his family's vineyard, which I think is an excellent example of a Virginia agricultural operation run by a family that has combined processing along with other activities. I'd also commend to you all while you're out here in Albemarle and Malin here from County. Thank you for having us in this beautiful county. I was out here on Sunday, not a King family, but I have 2 little girls. We went to Child's Orchard, which is just right around the corner here. Excellent pick your own peach operation. If you guys are interested in peaches, peaches are in season, and my daughters have already had quite a few just these last couple of days. So if you're looking for something to do this afternoon, grab a few peaches before you leave. And it's another example of a great kind of agritourism value-add operation. So with that, maybe have the group members introduce themselves, and then we'll hear from